Hello and thanks for tuning in again. This week was quite an adventure for me. I had some experiences I didn't have in quite a while. It was a little bit more of a variety of things that happened. And also the big question is, do I stay in ketosis? Will I stay with keto? And if you like to find out, then stay with me for a while. And until then, I say, as usual, thanks for watching. Well, as I mentioned in last week's video, the week started for me with Sunday at a Turkish BBQ where I was going with my mother and my sister. And it was a quite interesting experience because I'm used to Turkish food and stuff like that. My sister is as well. But my mother is not that adventurous when it comes to food. And when we first suggested going there, she was like, I don't know if I can find something to eat there. Do we really want to go there? And we were then just saying as the next meeting for having a nice dinner together, we were just saying to her, well, we will go, and if you like to join us, you're welcome. If not, then you will be there for the next time. So she, of course, then joined us because she also enjoys to eat, and I assume also she enjoys our company, but sometimes I'm not that sure. So we were going there, and of course, everything she tried, she liked, which was something I could have predicted, everyone could have predicted, because she usually is hesitant in trying something, but then she says, oh, that's so delicious, why haven't I eaten that before? Like this time she had for the first time hummus, and was quite happy with that. For me it was an interesting thing as well, because I was trying not to fall out of ketosis, and if you go to a restaurant it might be a challenge, but there, as it was a barbecue, we had mainly meat, which was nice. And I have to say that even the side dishes, they are called Messe, I was able to choose some stuff where I thought that would be very low on carbs. So we had spinach with a little bit of cotton cheese. We had some other cheese-like things. We had mushrooms with, what was it? Mushrooms with a little bit of beef and also some almonds on top of them. So that was interesting and all very low in carbs. And that day for sure I didn't fall out of ketosis. So that was a successful day. And then the next thing worth mentioning was me heading into the office on Tuesday, because I was about to film an interview for a video we are creating for a great campaign that is launching internally. And I was interviewing one of my bosses and also the location chief of the German location of Drei Linden. So that was quite interesting, and they both were very nice with me, and they made my work quite easy. So it was a very relaxed situation there. I was a little bit worried in the beginning because I've never done a proper interview that I filmed. It's only just me usually, like here, but they really made very comfortable, and they also told me I did the same for them, so that is also a plus. I then went home, and the rest of the week was quite stressful because I've learned that the video I just filmed had to be edited by the end of week. So it was quite a long one, and it was like 30 minutes of rough material. And so I was getting to it. I created a draft, but the thing was that on Friday I was off. I had taken PTO to visit my brother, who had a birthday on Saturday. So fortunately my boss was able to get an extension. She managed to ask for another day. And so on Monday, yesterday, I was able to do that video. And I think it went pretty well, but it was another week that was quite stressful. But of course then we were on our merry way on Friday to visit my brother. We went by train And when we arrived, my brother was quite surprised because my sister was announcing that she was coming. So he was prepared for someone to be there because you didn't want to just stand in front of your brother's door without any announcement. So he was not surprised that someone was coming, but he didn't know that I was coming. And I think he was pretty happy about it. At least it looked like that. So that was nice. Guck mal, den kenne ich doch.
Hi.
And we spent the whole weekend together, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A lot of the time was spent walking his dog, Mickey. And we were also playing a lot of cards. We brought a card game that we gave him as a gift. We gave that to him early on Friday so that we could start playing there already. We also had a nice bigger present, of course, but we ended up playing that card game mainly over the next few days, which was quite entertaining. But as I said, also there was a lot of walking around with the dog. And Mickey is a cute little one, but he had the unfortunate luck of having had an accident when he was quite young, around 1 or 2 years. And that happened like 7 years ago. So he lost one of his hind legs and is therefore just hopping around a lot. But that didn't take any lust for life from him. He is a very happy little dog and he loves to just roam around. So it was a pleasure to just meet him and walk around with him because I think that was the first time I ever met Mickey, and he is really cute. And that is why I have so much footage of him in this video, as you will find out. Then finally on Saturday, of course, in between when my brother had his birthday, we were going to eat with some of his friends and 2 of his former stepkids. So we were there and had a nice Greek meal. And I must say it was nice to go to a Greek restaurant because there I could find a very fitting thing to go with my keto. So I was having a leg of lamb and that came with green beans and cheese. It was baked in the oven. There was a little bit of tomato sauce and overall it should have had very little carbs. And that was me hoping to not being thrown out of ketosis with that meal. And talking about that, of course, the whole week or the whole weekend when we were over there, to kick it off, we went shopping and I was making sure that we had enough stuff for me to have a breakfast that is keto friendly and enough meat for in between. So that worked out quite well as well. So so that was mainly our stay over there. And then on Sunday evening we had to head home and I arrived in the night at Sunday. So of course the weighing had to happen the next morning on Monday, and that is why this video is a day late. And as it is quite late already when I film this on a Tuesday, I guess it might not be even up today at the usual time. So maybe this night, but likely not around the evening. So that's basically it. And the 2 remaining questions I guess you might ask is, am I still in ketosis and will I continue? And what is my weight result for the week? And I am happy to say that I am still in ketosis. I was managing not to being thrown out. So for that reason, I decided to stay a little bit longer on the keto train. I guess until I slip up and might being kicked out of ketosis, I will try to stick with it. Let's see how long I can take that. At least that is the plan right now. And if I should be thrown out, I'm not sure if I will return or not. It depends on what the results will bring until I go there. And with that being said, I have not lost any weight. I've gained 100 grams, which is not much, but it's still not a loss. But I think considering the fact that I was over at my brother's, we were out in a restaurant twice this week, I was not keeping track of my calories and carbs when I was over with my brother. I was just trying to stay below that limit, hopefully not being kicked out of ketosis. And all that considered, I think just gaining 100 grams is okay, especially if you consider that the body mass is unchanged, but the muscle mass went up a little bit, the body fat went down a little bit. When I stepped on the scales on Sunday night, when I came home, I noticed that even the visceral fat was going down 1 point. It was up the next day for some reasons, but I guess I'm right at the edge. So that seems to be also being reduced quite a lot, the internal fat, which is the one I really want to get rid of. And so that basically means that I guess right now the muscles are coming in and also the fat is being redistributed throughout the body, because I actually can see a little bit of change, that the fat here is vanishing a little bit. So I guess it is working. I see it more on my body than I see it on the scales. But as long as I have that positive motivation, I guess I will see where it leads me, and I will stick with it for a while. And hopefully next week I will actually lose some weight again and see what that will mean for me. But yeah, that's it. I hope your week was successful. Mine, I guess, somehow was in some regards, so I am still happy with what's going on. I hope the next week, whatever you try to achieve and whatever I try to achieve will come to fruition. I say the weather is getting better, at least here in Germany. It's 27 degrees. I think it's nice to have just a walk outside, so head out and enjoy the weather. Enjoy whatever you like to do, stay healthy, and until then I say as usual, thanks for watching.